Right here, I am inside synapse.app, which by the way has this beautiful website which you can surf into later on. And basically, I'm just going to go ahead and log in, and you can go ahead and try it for absolutely free. It's absolutely free to get started in drawing. So once you go here, you're going to find a dashboard where you can create a new model. You can try out any templates, or you can even watch any of the tutorials right here to learn more about it. But in this video, I'm going to go through a bunch of stuff on this file where it was fully created, a full design conceptual plan inside Synapse right here. So first of all, inside Synapse, you can do all of the manual drafting that I've done here. It's also a CAD tool on the web and it's collaborative. And if you want to see me do the manual drafting of a floor plan, you can go ahead and watch the video down below. But today I'm going to show you the AI features that supplement the regular CAD workflow. So right here, I have the floor plan. And one thing that I'd want to do is, let's say I want to create a visualization of a bedroom here. And this is the fastest way to do visualizations, which are real scale with AI. So basically, you want to go here, add this camera tool, you click once on the starting point, and then you give it the direction. And then once you have this selected, you can also increase the width or the focal length of it. And basically, if you click on live preview, you can see that it already did a 3D modeling of the room in the back end, and this is how it has done it. So it is all real scale in terms of where the walls are, the length of the walls, the windows, and everything else. Now, one thing that I'll do here is that I'll just increase the width. And as you can see now, it has a wider focal length. So now let's go ahead and visualize this. So what we will do as a best practice is that let's render this fully bare white, and then we can go ahead and re-add stuff on top of the visual. So while we have the camera selected, we're gonna go ahead and describe here, render this room as a white model while keeping the scale and structure 100% as it is. And we're going to send this. And this is exactly how you can turn a 2D space into a 3D render in 9.8 seconds. This is the average time that it takes. And as you can see right now, it has rendered the room. And now we can go ahead and add on more stuff. So we can keep this selected and we can say, make the window full height, floor to ceiling. And then we can just add here 3 meters height. And now we can click send. And now this will re-render this with a different height on the window. And as we go on, we can add more styles, stylize it further, and just enhance the view to our preference. So now it has done that to the windows while keeping the width as it was. So now we can say, make this a contemporary bedroom, use natural materials like wood and stone, keep it overcast atmosphere outside. And one pro tip when you are prompting, always try to add in a location. For some reason, it just gives a more accurate mood and lighting to the whole area. So we can say, keep it overcast atmosphere outside in Oslo, Norway. Let's click send. And now in 9.8 seconds, we will see this view. Basically, we went from having the 2D drawing done here inside Synapse, and then in the correct scale, we basically rendered it as a white model, we increased the window height, and now we also have the bedroom rendered to something like this, and we can be even more specific. So now what we can do is we can test multiple design options at the same time. So we can say, make the wood flooring darker. We can click send, and then we can say, make the flooring chevron. And then we can say, make the flooring natural concrete. So now we have 3 frames which are being generated here. As you can see, the first prompt was just to make the existing wood flooring darker. The other one was to make it chevron. As you can see, it did it just by the prompt. And then this one, it did it a natural concrete look, just like we asked here. Now, for example, we can choose whichever one we want to go ahead and edit further. So we can just choose this one and we can give it more details. For example, we can say add recessed LED strip lights in the ceiling. So we can click send, and now we can also edit the lighting just by prompting here. So this is just one of the very cool ways that we can go from 2D floor plan to a full 3D render, and I do not personally know a faster workflow out there in any other software to do this. Plus, on top of that, if you go ahead and watch the drafting feature, you can see that the user experience is much better than anything out there. As you can see now, it misunderstood the prompt, and basically this is just a sign that AI is not just a magic wand that will do everything in the first try. So what we can do is now we can go slower step by step. So we can say make the ceiling recessed in the parameter, add indirect LED strip lighting, and we can click send. Let's see if this prompt is going to be better in terms of understanding the kind of output that we want here. So now it did it correctly, just the way that I wanted it to. And this is just, honestly, it's great, it's fast, and I mean, it's crazy to think that just 2 or 3 years ago, you had to do this for hours in order to get it right in 3ds Max. But anyway, now that I have this selected, we can try out different moods as well. So we can say make it nighttime. And now it has also done it in nighttime quite well. So this is how fast we can go just from a 2D floor plan to a 3D render. Now, if you want to get even more specific, I'm going to show you how we can attach images and actually get very good output. So you can see that we kind of branch things off and test different options. What we can do is I can select this and I can say, just add this bench next to the bed. So now we can also add furniture via a reference image in 9.8 seconds without having to 3D model anything, just by downloading an image online in Google Images. So as you can see, it added the bench exactly where we wanted it. And if you actually open the image, it's the exact same bench that is actually created right here, which is very cool. And not only can you do that with furniture, we can also do that with materials. So for example, I can attach this image of a certain wooden flooring, or we can also do it with fabric. I don't know why I'm just showing flooring, but anyway, I think that's where you see the most kind of difference before and after. So I will say replace the flooring with this. I'll click send, and we replace the flooring with the image that we had here, and it matched the color to actually match better with what we have here in the context. So this is pretty much how you can do interior renderings. Now I'm going to show you another feature which is still in beta stage, which by the way is going to get a lot better very soon, which is the floor plan generator. So if I create a frame here, this is what we can do. So if you go to a rectangle and I draw a rectangle which is, let's say, 9.2 by 8.35, whatever. And if we have this selected, I can switch here to floor plan generator. And now we can just type in 2-bedroom apartment. And I'll just click send. And in about 3 seconds, we'll have a 2-bedroom apartment show up exactly in the parameter that we assigned the rectangle in. Now, as you can see, this is not perfect. And it's not perfect with function or with a drawing. So for example, we'll have to move the windows. It's fully editable, by the way, which I don't think there's anything else in the market that offers this for now. It has put 2 doors there, etc. And this is not a final product by any means, but I just think it's a very cool way to test out layout options faster. And I mean, just doing this alone would take a lot faster than 3 seconds to draw it. So it is also very useful as a tool to test out layout options and speed up drafting. Now, another use case where I think this will be very useful in the future once it is more advanced. For example, if we have multiple apartment units within the same apartment block, so for example, something like this, then we can just select them. So we can just select this one. We can say 2-bedroom apartment. We can click send. We can go to the next one. We can say 2-bedroom apartment. We can click send. You can see how fast this could be done once it is even further developed. So we can say 1-bedroom apartment. We can click send. And by the way, this works mostly for residential projects as of now. And then we can say 3-bedroom apartment. Now, what would make this even better, which is going to be updated very soon inside Synapse.app, is that basically we'll be able to toggle where the entrance will be and where we want the orientation of the windows, mostly down here somewhere probably. So you can imagine how fast just organizing layouts of apartment unit is going to be, and I'm super excited about this. Now that I showed you how to turn a 2D floor plan into a 3D render like this with a few iterations, and now I'll show you to basically generate floor plans with AI, let me go ahead and show you how we can do it with exterior renders as well. For example, if we have an elevation drawn, something like this, which is pretty simple, what we can do is we can select that frame, we can switch to the image generation, and we can just type in render this as a white model. Now, the reason why I'm not going full on scale out here to give it all the details in the first prompt is basically because AI is a lot better in adding more stuff as you go on and tweaking smaller things, rather than giving it a lot of information up front and then taking things off or going backwards. So just make sure you go step by step and kind of think of this as an iterative process and not just as one prompt, click send, and it's done. Now what you can see is that it's gotten all the width correctly, but not the height of the windows. So what we'll do is I'll just re-render. I will say create a white model render of this, while keeping scale and structure 100% as it is. I'll click send. Okay, so this is a little bit closer because now we can imagine that there will be a ground here as well, maybe. What I'll do is create a realistic render of this contemporary home with wood siding and a metal seam roof in Norway mountains. Whatever. So let's just send this, and in 9.8 seconds we should have a result coming back to us. Okay, so it kind of kept the scale there, and it's not too bad. It seemed a bit artificially placed. What we can do now is that we can also give it the same prompt but tweak it a little. So we can just click use prompt right here. We can select the white model and we can say in overcast setting with a river nearby. We can click send. So now it also gave it an angle, which I think is pretty cool, and you can see this render is slowly getting there. So we can now go ahead and iterate further. We can say make the wood siding lighter, and then we can say replace the wood facade with stone raw material. We can click send. So now it did this with a lighter wood. Let's see how the stone version comes out as well. And this is the stone version, so we can choose either one. In this instance, I'll just continue with the original one. I really like this darker wood here. But what we'll do here is we'll say add furniture in the interior and add warm lighting in the interior as well. So we can click send. So it actually did this, and I think this is pretty cool. And as you can see, the cool part about this is that the light is also affecting the surroundings. We can go ahead and try out even more stuff. So for example, we can add a rectangle inside this frame, and let's just make the fill completely red. And we can say add a kid playing with a dog and the red box. So we can even be more specific in terms of where we add stuff. So it also added that, which is a bit off scale, but you kind of get the idea. You can play around and prompt things around with it as well. Now this is Synapse.app, which by the way you can try for absolutely free in the link below. It's absolutely the fastest way to go through design iteration and documentation online. It's on the web and collaborative. And if you want to test it out, once again, go ahead and click the link below. But if you want to see it in action on how good it is at drafting and drawing, go ahead and watch the video right here.